What is up, everybody? Welcome to Big Flippin' Bass. As always, my name is Nolan Morris. Today on Big Flippin' Bass channel, we're going to be talking about flounder fishing. Yes, that's right, flounder fishing. So stay tuned, hold in tight. We're going to go over some things. I've had this video on hold for about 2 weeks now, just because I hadn't had enough to... I just wasn't happy with putting it out. I hadn't had enough video time to put on it or anything like that. So I'm heading out to the lake. It's rainy, it's cold. It says it's 51, but it feels more like 40s because it's wet and rainy and windy. So we're gonna go to a back canal in the lake here in my neighborhood and just throw a rod around, and I'll talk to you about the flounder fish and what we're using, how we're using it, and where we're at. And hopefully, if the cold snap through Texas here has moved some more flounder up, and if y'all decided to go flounder fishing, to give y'all an idea what to be looking for, what to use. So let me get out here to the lake. Got the GoPro, some a jig, a spinnerbait, and a couple little Texas rig items in case we're not having any luck with that. I'll throw that around for a minute, but we're only gonna be out here for just a little bit. So hang in there, I'll see you in a minute. thought you got stuck on a rock.
Dude!
Dang!
Give me one of those grips. Give me the grips, give me the grips. Right here. Open, come on. Open. Open. I thought it was a red at first when we started pulling. Open. Come on. Open.
Alright, so the first part of this video you should have seen us doing a little flounder fishing. Since this is a bass fishing channel though, I'm going to talk about where we're at here. This is the back of Canal on the lake in my neighborhood. I'm throwing a little black and blue jig. Used to have some rattles, but it broke off. The water level's up. It's been raining the past couple of days, so the water level has finally came up some. This is just a little 1/4 ounce jig. I think it's by Booyah. I'm going to take that crawl off. You see the water's real muddy and stained now with the water levels coming up, the rain washing on the mud. I'm going to throw on this sapphire blue. It is winter, into winter, or early winter, late fall, I guess you can say. It's early December. So the water level's water temperature's kind of cooler. The outside temperature's cooler now, especially with this rain coming in. So the bass are not going to be as actively feeding as they were. And I'm also going to take this time again to apologize for not posting videos. Like I said in the last one, I'm in the process of moving to the Dallas area. And also, I guess, technically in the process of starting a new job. And I'll post videos whenever I get the chance, but I just haven't really had a chance to do that. So this is what we're going to be rolling with, black, sapphire blue. Should show up very well in this dark visibility water. This is a little 7-foot medium heavy rod, but it's very, very, very sturdy. It's a Carolina rig rod from All Star. And this is H2O motive, 7:1 gear ratio reel with 50-pound power pro. Alright, so flounder fishing. I'm not a flounder fisherman. I've caught a couple flounder before, but never on purpose. This is the first time, well, second time in the video, with the video you've seen, I've ever went flounder fishing. The first time we hit our limit, which in Texas right now is 2 flounder per person limit. It's fixing to go up to 4, I believe, 4 or 5. But it was extremely fun. It's kind of like bass fishing in saltwater. The rigs we were using were tandem rigs, double tandem rigs. You could throw a little single jig head, but we wouldn't have any luck with that. It seems like all of our luck came with tandem rig, which is the double jig head. And the bait that we were using was chartreuse and pink gulp swimming mullets, which is basically for the bass fishermen just like a basically like a curlicue grub. And basically the way we're fishing them is almost like I'm fishing this jig right now. You basically just want to kind of little more movement on it, keep the bait moving, but just bouncing it off the bottom and dragging the bottom, and you'll feel a little thud. It's kind of like a combination between a bass and a crappie bite. You'll feel like one bass bite, or with a bass bite you'll feel a good hard tug most of the time, or a good hard thud on the bait. But with flounder you'll feel that one hard bump, and you drop your rod, and then you'll feel like a crappie bite, or a brim or something like that, just that and that's when you know he's adjusting his mouth, and that's when you set the hook on him. Again, I had an absolute blast doing it. If you never flounder fished before, I definitely recommend it. They start spawning and moving into shallows during the colder times of the year, when that first cold front moves in from summer to winter, or fall to winter, excuse me. Well, here in Texas it kind of goes from summer to winter, because it's like fall is still technically summer, because it's like 75, 80 degrees year round. But anyway, when you have that first good cold front to come in, so fall time is when the flounders start moving. You start coming into spawn. That's when you want to start going in flounder fishing, trouts, reds, that kind of things will start all moving in shallow. The setup we were using, when I was using, was the H2O Express inshore rod and reel combo. So it's a 7-foot medium fast taper rod, very, very, very flimsy, has a lot of give to it, with a 6-3-1 H2O Express inshore bait casting reel. So it's just a little bit slower. I like that. With the, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a professional flounder fisherman. I'm not huge into it, but I thought it was a good setup just for the simple fact of it wasn't a super fast retrieve, even though I'm maintaining contact to the bottom. And so when I was reeling up my slack, you know, I wasn't taking that bait off the bottom completely. It was just enough to pick up my slack and let it continue to drag the bottom and allow me to feel out the bottom a little bit better, I think, anyway. Especially with as fast as I was working the bait, which is how we were getting bites. It seemed like if we slowed the bait down, we wasn't really getting as many bites. So that setup really worked out for me. Like I said, the first trip, I'll post pictures at the end. They're not very good pictures, but you can see we limited out. In the state of Texas, they had to be at least 14 inches for limit. We limited out, me and my buddy Dalton, the first day. And then the second time we went, we did not limit out. But we caught 2 really nice ones, so. Stick. Even though we didn't limit out, I actually caught 3 the second trip. Dalton only caught 1, but Dalton's was a nice little slab. I caught 3. 1 could for sure keeper. Another one may have been a keeper, but it got off right at the bank that we were fishing off of. And because we didn't really wade fish, I did wade out a little bit, which I caught another one out wading. But it was definitely too small to keep. But the first 2 for mine, the second one probably would have kept, but it come off right there. Now, he wasn't very big. If he kept, it would have been right at the limit, so I wasn't interested in him really. I was trying to look for bigger ones since I actually had a little bit of an idea of what I was doing. But the first one I caught was definitely a nice one. He was about 17 inches, so he definitely kept, and he definitely made some nice fillets. If you've never eaten fresh flounder, this is amazing. Alright, they are definitely not munching the jig, it don't look like, so we're fixing to switch over to the spinnerbait to see if they'll hit that. If they don't hit that, we might do a Texas rig. Little creature bait or something. Maybe I brought us some Cincos, but the Cincos are broader. Well, they might work back here. We'll see. It's pretty muddy, but we'll see. This is my last cast with this jig. There's a rock pile right there or something. Seems like anything sitting on it though. Let's see what the spinnerbait does back here. Small little profile spinnerbait, little gold willow leaf blade. Again, it's like a fire tiger, chartreuse, bright colors. Trying to get it to show up in this nasty water back here. This is a 7-foot medium heavy rod. It's kind of like a general purpose rod, even though this is a 7-foot medium like the other one. It has a little bit more bend in it, so it works a little better for spinnerbaits than the other one I brought with us. And then the reel is a 6:4 gear ratio. It's a little slower. I felt like a bump right there. For the spinnerbaits, we're going to slow roll them around this canal. Might have landed on something right there. It certainly felt like he hit it as soon as he hit the water. some little bait fish swimming out of there. Wow, it's way up in there in that one. I can't even see where it went. Nothing on the slow roll. Got it. Oh, there's a rock pile right there. We're gonna throw the old weightless dinko around. See if we can at least see if there's anything in here. Not best choice, color choice. Yeah, it kind of disappears, but if the weightless dinko don't get them, nothing will. I didn't know it was gonna be this muddy outside. I brought the black and blue ones. Got him. Ah, decent little chunk too. Maybe pound and a half. He's cold. This is Texas bass. They're not used to this. Well, that's gonna be it. Don't turn that on me, lights. Get a little bit of light in here. Yeah, we're gonna call it quits tonight. It's getting dark. What time is it anyway? It's only 5:30, but you know, it's winters when it starts getting dark. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It gives you a little salt water, a little fresh water. Kind of goes over how we caught the flounder. Gave a couple little tips about cold winter fishing. Again, we're in Texas, so it's seeing 45, 50 degrees. That's cold for us, or cold for this area, it seems like. Again, I apologize for not having more content up. Bear with me. I'm in the process of moving down to the Dallas area, and hopefully this time next year, my channel is really going to start to explode with videos, because I'm going to be fairly close to several different lakes, including not that far from Lake Fort, not that far from Lake Texoma. There's several of them right around there, so hopefully we'll start to get some good fishing in. Unfortunately, for the people who have seen me do a little bit of saltwater just from the one other video I've posted, that's no longer going to be. There's no I'll have to drive several hours to get out to the ocean to do some saltwater fishing. Maybe in the future I'll get to do it. I don't know. We'll see. But I doubt it anytime soon. Like I said, I'm fixing to start a new job too. So I'm going to be working on that. I'm going to be working on my new job. I don't know how my time's going to be now. We'll see how it goes. I definitely will keep this going, to keep the page going, the YouTube page. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy making the videos. And hopefully in the future we'll have dates set apart, dates for start doing something special. Maybe again, I am hoping possibly to do another giveaway at 100 subscribers, which we're at 75 now. The channel's continuing to grow, even though I have not had a chance to put up videos. So I do appreciate that. I appreciate everybody following. I appreciate everybody's support. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to follow the links down below for the Facebook page and for the Instagram. And like I said at the end of all my videos, tight lines to you, and I'll see you in the future.